How do you do all? Last week I made a prototype band jig for Dean Sheepy Ward. He'd asked me to make him another band jig, so I sent him the prototype down. He liked it, but he thought that this sliding part here, he thought it moved about a little bit. Like that. So he asked if I could do a modification. So I came up with an idea of putting a slot in there, a groove, and in the bottom of that I've put some dowels. So now you put the slider on and it runs in that slot and there is no movement. It won't slide. So that's the modification sorted. This jig, as far as I'm concerned, it's now ready to go, and it's in full working order. Won't move at all, won't the slider. So I'll tell you about the jig. The jig is made of 15mm birch ply. The vices, clamps, whatever you want to call them, are bolted on through there. The end cheeks are screwed and glued. The sliding mechanism will go way down there, so you can tie the smallest of pouches, and it'll go right up here, which I'm sure nobody will ever need that distance. That's 6-inch distance between the vices, so it'll tie your largest pouches as well. The vices themselves all get stripped down and they're made to work correctly. The vice jaws, I don't know if you can see them, are polished and beveled all the way around. There are no sharp edges on these jaws at all. It's a nice bevel all the way around, and the jaws themselves are polished. So with that, I'll show you how I tie bands on this particular jig. This is the way I do it. I'm not saying it's the correct way, but it's the way I do it, and it works for me. So I've already got some bands here. I've pulled them through the pouches. These are 61mm pouches, the Addict's 61mm pouches. So I've set my vice to where I want it, which is there. Tighten the wing nut, band here, you don't need to swing on this vice, just a light nip. Stretch it across to that one. There we go. We're ready to tie the knots. Yeah. I use the wrap and tuck method, and I'm using, well, it's known as amber belt, but this is clear. So start here. Round once, twice. Now, use the magic piece of string. We go over the string once, twice, thread the end of the belt through the string and pull through. Most of you will know how to do the wrap and tuck method, but for those who don't, snip it off. There we go. One side done. Spin the device round. And the same method at this side. Once, twice, over the string, once, twice, back through the loop, pull through. There we go. One band set complete. As easy as that. Now, Dean will be sending me his vice back for the modification, and I'm sure he's going to be overjoyed with this. As most of you know, Dean Ward at Sheepy's Best Bands, he probably makes the finest bands in the country. So I'm more than positive that he's going to be overjoyed with this new jig. Thanks everybody for watching. This is the Hegarty Slings double clamp jig. Thank you.